What is going on, guys? Welcome back. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we certainly have some things to talk about. I initially, at least when I figured out that they didn't do anything with the patch, I was initially just gonna ignore it, kind of see how it played out with the game. But after, I guess, an entire day of the app actually crashing constantly, me along with many other players with the app crashing in the middle of the game, we just got to talk about this game. We got to talk about how they have already seemed to Koolhaus already in the first 2 months of the game have completely run this game to the ground, making it almost worse than NBA 2K. My NBA 2K. I'm going to have to say that this game actually is worse than my NBA 2K. For those people that has never played WWE SuperCard before, when they saw the new name, they just said, you know what, it's going to be the same game, just a different title. And me, coming from WWE SuperCard and playing WWE SuperCard, I was like, no. No way that they're going to let that happen. No way that they're going to let a game with the SuperCard name turn out like my NBA 2K, and boy, was I wrong. Boy, were a lot of people wrong. Not only is this game worse than WWE SuperCard, it is even worse than my NBA 2K, and that is saying a lot. So let's talk about what's actually wrong with the game. Hey, look, it's John Collins. It's Miles Turner. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. It wasn't John Collins and Miles Turner. It was David Lee. They pulled the whole switcheroo. 2 weeks off, and they couldn't even fix that glitch. Not to mention, now they added a new glitch with that new patch, which obviously had to do with only the cards. The only thing that they added with the patch was just the cards. And now the app crashes in the middle of the game. I would say that, I don't know, all day it's probably crashed in between 8 to 10 times for me while playing. And these games are not short, right? It's not like you just play and it's a quick game, and if it crashes, you can just start back up and play another one. Some of these games, you know, if it crashes in the fourth quarter, yo, it sucks. It sucks. It makes the game obviously take a lot longer. The fact that the thing is still glitched out when we play. Hey, look at that. It's Joe Ingles. It's Karl Anthony Towns up in there. Oh, wait, just kidding. It's OG Anunoby. Yeah, no, we're just going to switch out the cards. Now, keep in mind, guys, I don't know if y'all have gotten to the end, but remember this. If like I pick a shooting guard right here and I get plus 90, it only does this on tags. But if I get that bonus for that plus 90 and I get a tag and I get the boost, the 5% or whatever, as soon as the cards switch out, I lose every single bonus that I had, making my cards worse in my deck than it was. Not to mention the fact that sapphires will switch out with emeralds. Granted, sometimes emeralds do switch out with sapphires. But I have a feeling that when we get to the end of this, it's going to definitely cause some problems. And they did not even fix that. 2 weeks off. What the hell were they doing? What the hell was this company doing for the entire 2 weeks that they had off? We're going to get into, obviously, the other bugs and the glitches and the problems. But this gauntlet has got me on fire. I don't want to, like, sit here and just make a rant video constantly, because I'm sure everybody knows the problems. But I just wanted to express how incredibly disappointing it is for them to appear in the beginning like they bringing on SuperCard, new name, new face, new image, new design, new all of that stuff, and bring on that SuperCard name thinking that they're going to make a game that is actually decent, when in fact they even made it worse. How is that possible? How in the world can Cat Daddy even let this happen? How can they, like, imagine this, guys. Imagine you go to the car dealership. You go buy a Porsche or something, and it has the Porsche emblem. The body of it is a Porsche. You get home, you pop the hood, you show your girl or your wife or your friends, and you realize that every single part in there is a Hyundai. Imagine how that would feel. That's kind of like what this app is. Like, it has a SuperCard name thinking that it's going to be something good, something great, something amazing, and take on the SuperCard quality, I guess. And maybe I'm overhyping SuperCard because I just like the game a lot. But, and it does have its problems. Don't get me wrong, it does have its problems. But there's nothing in this game for these things to be a problem. Like, there's hardly any. We have 2 game modes. We have 1 single event, and every single one of these things is broken. Every single one of them. Every game mode is broken. The rewards are broken. The card stats are broken. It's so frustrating to even see that Cat Daddy can give Koolhaus the power to be able to already in 2 short months run this game completely to the ground with this many bugs, this many problems, and they're not even bothering to fix anything. They're not even bothering to change the card stats. The only thing that they're putting out that 100% is better are the cards. The card designs are amazing. Yes, they are, and they are fantastic. But champions, oh, look at this. We had 2 weeks off, and we still can't fix the first place rewards for champions. Can't fix it. We're still going to give people emeralds. But you know what we can fix? What we can fix is quick game. We can make quick game a little bit harder for everybody. Make sure that you got to switch your decks out constantly just so you could get perfect games. And then we'll put a quest in there just so you could go undefeated in quick game 25 times. I mean, granted, it is possible. It is. But they certainly made it a point to fix that and make sure that that was harder. But yet they can't fix the champion rewards in champions to change it to what it's supposed to. They can't fix card stats. They can't fix the gauntlet. The only event we have, and they can't even fix the gauntlet. I want to bring y'all's attention, if you haven't seen this, to a post I made on YouTube about a week and a half ago when we first learned that there was not going to be a KD event the following week to get the KD Pro. Now, from what many of us assumed, we thought that they were taking the week off or the 2 weeks off in order to fix the things that needed to be fixed, i.e. card stats, rewards in champions, the glitches that are in the only single event that we have in this game. And so I was kind of curious what people thought, and I made a post. And I said the gauntlet, not until January 14th for the KD Pro. The game has been a mess, which it certainly has, an absolute mess. They're taking a break to get things together. That's what we kind of thought. And I made a joke. It is the mobile version of Cyberpunk 2077. The amount of problems and bugs and glitches that game has had since launch, and the disappointment that people have felt from getting that game on regular console. I kind of equated that to this right here. But I asked the question, what do you think the game will be like when the event launches? And so I gave 3 choices. We got nothing fixed. The game is still a hot mess. Or only the gauntlet fixed, which talk about the stats, rewards are still broken and no extra content, but at least the gauntlet is fixed. And then 3, everything is fixed. Stats, gauntlet, rewards, maybe a little extra content. And as you see the results, we had 359 votes, and 52% of them, over half the people, said nothing fixed. The game will be a hot mess. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I honestly cannot figure out what is more disappointing. Either one, they had 2 weeks and didn't fix a single freaking thing in the game. They did add cards though. They added a sweet card that, that's great. That's fantastic. But nothing was fixed in the game. So what's more, I don't know what's more disappointing, the fact that nothing was fixed, or the fact that 52% of the people actually have zero faith in this company and zero faith in this game and think that they weren't going to fix anything, and they were actually right. What is more disappointing? I honestly had high hopes and high expectations for this game, and it has so far in the first 2 months has turned out way worse than not only any other mobile app game that I can think of as far as launches go, but way worse than my NBA 2K in any launch. This is crazy. I mean, look at these numbers. 52% of all people think that can just expect it. Can honestly expect that the people that run this game are too incompetent or don't care enough to fix the own game. But I thought maybe that'd be different since it has the SuperCard name. So what can we do? I mean, honestly, what can we do? What are our choices? I think everybody knows that this game is riddled with bugs, and there might be plenty of people that say, oh, you're just complaining too much and all this other stuff, but I mean, there's seriously nothing in the game. I mean, like I said, I understand that WWE SuperCard has problems. I do. But there is so much content in that game, so many different game modes, so many different cards. It's almost kind of expected that things go wrong. And it's kind of expected that maybe things take a little bit more time to fix. And since there is so many things to do, you can kind of avoid those situations. You can kind of avoid those things that are temporarily broken or not fixed or whatever. And a lot of times they do communicate those problems. We get none of that from NBA SuperCard so far. We get nothing. We haven't heard any explanation about what happened with the gauntlet, why it's even fixed. We've heard no explanation about rewards, why they won't fix them, why they can't give us proper proper rewards for winning. They won't give us any explanation on card stats. Why are they broken and why won't they fix those? We have gotten no word about absolutely anything, which is very similar to obviously MYNBA2K. Same exact stuff. They had no social media presence, and they have been posting a little bit, except they post about when new cards release. Oh, they'll get you. They'll tell you when new cards are coming out. But I don't know what honestly can we do? And so I just wanted to make a video just expressing my frustration, expressing my feelings, and I'm hoping that obviously key dream would be somebody in upper management sees this over at Cat Daddy and was like, oh my gosh, I was unaware of how absolutely broken that this company Koolhaus. I honestly don't even know the structure. I don't know the structure. We'll take a look at it. I'll show you in a little bit why I keep saying Koolhaus if you don't already know. But I don't know how it's structured. I don't know who's responsible for what company's responsible for what, but they certainly have a lot of names in the credit. They certainly have a lot of names for development and game design and events and social media. Hell, when I looked at it, they had like 7 people on there for social media. Now, why do you need 7 people for social media when you don't do anything with social media is beyond me. Now, maybe they're the same people that do on WWE SuperCard. But if that's the case, then why do they just not even care enough to even do this game? And why is it under the Koolhaus name if it is the same people? You know what I'm saying? But, so again, I just wanted to express my frustration and my sadness and my disappointment about how I initially thought, and maybe they'll turn this around, maybe they will, but my hope and thinking was in the beginning that it was going to turn out to be something like WWE SuperCard, and maybe it still will, but I honestly don't have any thought that that's even going to happen. I already think that this game is even too broken to almost even go forward, to almost think that there's even hope for turning this thing around. Maybe they will. Maybe they will fix it. I mean, I could Keep my fingers crossed, and that would be a great game because, I mean, I've had fun playing. I've had fun collecting the cards and stuff like that. But the more every patch so far, they've done what, 2 patches? This last patch on this this Friday or this Thursday, and they broke the gauntlet. It crashes now. They didn't fix anything in the gauntlet. And then they had the patch before in which they jacked up the card stats and then broke all those. So they release patches and then they break the game even further without even fixing the things that were broken in the first place, which honestly doesn't make any sense. Now, the reason why I keep saying Koolhaus Games is because, well, their title is in the credits, right? Now, WWE SuperCard has Cat Daddy Games at the top of it, but they are the only development company that is on their game for the credits. MYNBA and NBA SuperCard both have this Koolhaus Games incorporated also on that. So that leads me to believe that this game, just like MyNBA, was outsourced to another company called Koolhaus. Now, what exactly do they do? I don't know. How much are they responsible for? I don't know, but their name is at the top, and it's right under Cat Daddy. And Cat Daddy's ultimately responsible for this game, I would think. Even if they are being outsourced or whatever, it still is Cat Daddy Games, just like WWE SuperCard, and it has the SuperCard name, but yet this is nothing, absolutely nothing like the quality that SuperCard has, and even worse than MYNBA2K, which is pretty disappointing. I mean, look at all these names here. Like, you got to think that they have people working, right? I mean, with this many people under here, I think that they are working. We got artists, we got design managers, we got creative directors, we got designers, project managers, we got operations managers, web design, developers, all of that stuff. I mean, they got tons and tons of people. How many people actually work on this game? I don't know. Out of all of those, but the point being is that that's where I always say Koolhaus from, is because they're the one on this title under Cat Daddy, unlike WWE SuperCard that just says Cat Daddy only. No Koolhaus, no nothing, no other game development company, no nothing. But I think we have rambled on long enough. So guys, do me a favor. I mean, start posting on their Twitter. I'm going to start sending them tweets at Cat Daddy. I'm going to start sending tweets at NBA SuperCard. Obviously, it doesn't help because they ignore pretty much every question and every statement that is thrown right at them. But I'm going to do it anyway. And if you found this video on point and useful, then like it, share it, send it around to the community. I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe we can get people to look at it and see and figure out all the things that are wrong with the game, and maybe we could get it fixed. But the fact that the gauntlet broken, quick game, it's not necessarily broken, but that's the one and only thing that they fixed in the game that made it more difficult for us to play. And then champions, rewards are still broken, card stats still broken, and they've had weeks off since the last event. 2 patches each time. They've broken it even more than the previous game, or even more than it previously was before, and it's just further downhill. But yeah, this is gonna do it. I think I rambled on far too long, so let me know what you think. Put it in the comments and share the video, like the video. If you're new to the channel, sub. I mean, we're still gonna stream this weekend. We're still gonna put up with it. I want to get the KD card. I know there's a lot of people that support me and the channel, and I'm not going to give up on the game and just quit just because the game is junk, because it is. It's junk. It's garbage. The quality is terrible, but I like being with you guys, and I like doing the videos, and I like doing the streams, and so I'm going to continue doing it. I'll always have my fingers crossed, but I don't have much faith in them anymore. Pretty much none. That they're gonna actually turn this into something good. But we'll just have to see. Only time will tell. That's my thoughts right now as of today, as of making this video. Good luck on getting the KD. Hopefully your app doesn't crash too many times like mine has so far today, and hopefully the tag switch outs do not affect your gameplay too much when you get to later on down the road. And we'll see y'all next time during the stream. Either way, guys, y'all take it easy and have a good rest of your night. I'm out. Peace.